Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope that you're all having an amazing Friday. Just a very quick market update. NASDAQ market has had a really strong push up to highs of nearly 629. In my opinion, forming an overbought reversal with big gap down potential, but there definitely is no confirmation of an active sell-off. So if there's no confirmation of an active sell-off, it makes no reason to short. But if NASDAQ is lacking progress on the upside, it also really doesn't make much sense to go long. So as of right now, both alerts are set for the break below, break above, to be able to make a more informed decision. Two trades that I took in today's live trading session with my LPP team. The first one is the inverse ETF MSTZ. The reason why is because during extended hours, I wasn't able to short MSTR, so I went long on MSTZ, which is the inverse ETF. I'm up about $2,000 on this trade alone. The other one is Oklo. Oklo was an overbought reversal. Obviously, I'm not too sure if you guys saw that, but overbought reversal with based off of the negative news that Oklo announced yesterday. Oklo and SoFi being a much stronger company, announced $1.5 billion in a share offering, pretty much liquidating shareholders for those that are invested. It's fine kind of with SoFi. SoFi is notorious for this, and they have much more strong fundamentals. Oklo is a bullshit company that isn't making any money and isn't expected to make any money until 2029. Full speculation, but yet it's still one of the best performing stocks of 2025. It's insane. But we all know that during most irrational times, these are the stocks that crash the hardest. I made $3,600 on this trade. And as you see, Oklo is no stranger to strong sell-offs. From highs of nearly $200 per share, it sold off over 50% to lows of $79 per share, proving once again that investors sell speculative companies first anytime that there's uncertain times. With that being said, on the 1 minute time frame, also forming an overbought reversal. But again, if markets are not selling off and we have no confirmation of an active sell-off, it doesn't make sense to short this regardless of how shitty the actual company is. And I actually just got an alert that QQQ is beginning to sell off. So it looks like our criteria is finally being met. MSTZ should be beginning to uptick as BTC begins to drop. Remember, as Bitcoin begins to sell off, MSTR begins to fall as well, making it that much easier to short MSTR or to go long on MSTZ. I want to remind you, these are day trades, not swing trades. I don't want to carry any of these positions overnight. The thing that I do want to share with you is specific news that is supposed to be released once market closed today, and it's pretty big news. These are supposedly 10 of the likely candidates that are supposed to be possibly included into the S&P 500. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be one or two of these, and one or two companies are going to get removed. In my opinion, I think the number one pick is going to be SoFi. SoFi has really strong fundamentals and also very strong technicals. If you look at SoFi and its performance, I thought I had SoFi here. I must have removed it. SoFi has had an amazing 2025, and if we look at the day chart, just strong higher highs, strong higher lows, and also very strong fundamentals if you actually dive into it. Let me pull it up here using Investing Pro. We can click on the Pro research, and it should be able to populate very quickly the increased revenue quarter after quarter. Not just fundamentally a well-run business, but also technically a good performing stock. Now, the part that cracks me up about this is that they included MicroStrategy. In my opinion, I think MicroStrategy is the least qualified candidate. And again, 100% just my opinion. The reason why is fundamentally, it's a business that loses money and that doesn't do anything, right? Its business loses money and its stock loses even more money. MicroStrategy, if you look at this, has lost nearly 55% of its value in just the past 3 months. Again, I love shorting MicroStrategy. Michael Saylor often says that MicroStrategy is the ultimate money glitch, and I agree. The ultimate money glitch, when you short MicroStrategy, you make a really good return based off of the past 3 months. But again, that's just my 2 cents. Also, some news that was released this morning. Netflix announces that it has struck a deal to buy Warner Bros. Discovery for $72 billion, one of the largest media acquisitions of all time. I thought this was quite interesting to show the market share of Netflix, and supposedly they're supposed to actually take the share of, if I'm not mistaken, oh, maybe it's not. I thought it was going to be of HBO Max. The acquisition includes its firms and television studios of HBO Max and HBO. So to my understanding, they're supposed to take that 13% split as well. I was actually quite surprised how much Amazon Prime Video owned of that market share. I wasn't aware that Amazon Prime was that popular, but just, that was my opinion. And then breaking news, September PCE inflation, the Fed's preferred measure of inflation, rises to 2.8%, in line with expectation of 2.8%. Core PCE fell from 2.8 with the expectation of 2.9. It says headline PCE inflation is at the highest since October of 2023, yet the Fed is expected to cut rates. Now, this is kind of the pickle that the Federal Reserve is in, and it is a big pickle because a lot of people want the Federal Reserve to start cutting rates because of the weak labor market, which again, it is weak, and that's one of their mandates. But their other mandate is price stability, inflation. And by cutting rates, it's inflationary. So if inflation is already rising and or is already at one of the highest levels in the past 12 months, why would we want it to rise or push higher when we know that cutting rates is not going to help the labor market? But again, that's something for the Federal Reserve to decide, and that's going to be next week. I do plan to live stream it, so just another reason to subscribe to the channel. So again, my big focus as of right now is this overbought reversal on BTC. As Bitcoin sells off, I think that Bitcoin, and again, 100% just my opinion, I've been wrong in the past before. I don't want you to copy what it is that I'm doing, but I think Bitcoin is going to continue to drop, break below 90,000, and has huge gap down potential to 80,000. I don't think it's going to fill that entire gap today. It's not very likely, but it's an overbought reversal with big gap down potential, which I love because as this thing begins to sell off, MSTR has huge gap down potential as well, which means that MSTZ has some gap up potential. And so far now I'm up $2,800 on the day. And again, the team that I keep up to date with every trade I take is my Learn Plan Profit team. So whenever it is that you're ready, if you want to watch me trade live every single morning right at market open, it's the second link in the description down below. We have people that signed up back in 2018 that still have access to it today, and they only paid once. And we have a big discount for you. It's nearly 50% off, and it's the second link in the description down below. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, designed for complete beginners. Whenever you're ready, we'll see you at market open for our live session. Happy Friday, team. Take care.